morning, everybody, and welcome to Power Plays Palace on this beautiful Monday, November the 10th, and it is another day for Power Plays. So let's get this thing started. Let's not prolong this. All right, boom! Look at the SPY chart. As you can see on Friday, it was a day where you started the day out here, and then it worked its way down. Then it worked its way back up. By the end of the day, it had reclaimed all of that it took away, and it was back up close to pre-market high today from Friday. So let's look at what we got here. Let's see what we chart say. Hold on a second. Because we do have a gap up this morning already. You can see that clearly. Alright. So Friday, when we put the chart up, we was looking at yesterday's lows and highs, and if you play the chart down, even though it started out the day at 668, 669, you could have played it all the way down and just followed the momentum. As you can see, you could have followed that momentum from the beginning of the day and just rolled it down. We got to set a new low at 661, and then we ran back up. So, overall, I think we had it was a put day in the beginning, and then it reversed, and then it started going back up. So as far as the chart goes, it was another day of the puts. It continued to go down, so that's where we are. So let's see what we got right now. You see already there's a gap up on the chart. SPY gapped up overnight. Gapped up $3. Now it's up a total of $5. So that was a pretty good gap up. So let's see what we got today. Look at the chart. Look at the chart. So, for today, what we're going to be looking at is we do have that early morning gap up overnight in the pre-market, so that's going to be important. But if SPY break out long above the 677.94, which is the pre-market high, and it holds, then you look for an entry probably between 678 and 678.30. with a stop loss at 677.40, with target 679.50, 681, and 682.50. And that'll be if the momentum continue up with it. That's a nice gap up. So you can be very attentive to that gap up. But if it holds above that current pre-market high and stays, then those are the target areas. If SPY pushes into that 678 zone and stalls out, that's when I'm going to look for short entry. I wouldn't look for no puts until I get some clear signals because of that gap up, because of all the momentum, upward momentum. But put my stop above 678.80 with the targets at 676.80, 675.80, and 674.80. And that's your failed breakout setup. So if SPY pushing to 678, then break out. Don't break out, then those are the areas you look for coming back down. And you should be able to make some money, but be careful. Like I said, it was a huge gap up. So my opening watch zone is going to be between 675.50 and 678. And I'm going to wait for a clean break and hold above that 5 minute, which is what I trade off of. Some people trade out the 15 or the hour trade chart. So that's what I'll be looking at, a strong close with volume, and keep my stop loss pretty tight with, taking my profit at 25 between 20-25% at each one of my targets, and then have enough contracts. If you buy that many, if you don't, then just take your profit and get out. And with that gap up, so don't chase it. Be careful. And that's what I'm gonna be looking at with SPY for today. Say with that gap up, I'm gonna be very careful. And above 677.94, you can look for the bulls to stay in control in that 681, 682 range. But if it fall below that 675.62, then it's probably gonna be a bearish. Bulls take over. That don't mean it's gonna bottom all the way out, but you can watch for a pullback at least close to that gap. So you have about 672, 671. You can watch them levels. If it break down below that, get you some runners if you're trading options, and enjoy the ride, And that should be your power plays for the day. That's our trade plan for the day. That's how I'm looking at it. Now, once again, I want to say this is not financial advice. This is just some trade ideas for somebody who trade over at Power Plays. But if you have been following these charts and just seeing what we're doing, then we've been pretty consistent. But if you want to see what we do live, you're more than welcome to join our group over at Power Plays, the Discord, and you can do that. Also, if this video helped you in any way, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow for another Power Plays. Yeah.